I think the thing is the balance between being relaxed and focusing on something. The balance between being easy about it and going in the direction.
Let's go back, because you said something earlier. We know we're taking some time here, but we're going to wrap this up, and we haven't forgotten about... We know you do. It's helpful to everyone.
Okay.
So, you talked about meditation and what some people are describing as their experience. And Esther, when she began receiving us, and she heard of other people speaking about their reception of non-physical, she said to us, Abraham, why are they lying? Because they were having different experiences than she was having. And so, in the same understanding, this is the reason that we teach meditation. We know that you've been experiencing life, knowing what you don't want, knowing what you do want, and that you put plenty in your vortex, and that the law of attraction, responding to your inner being's focus, has gathered the cooperative components. We know all of that to be the case. And so, as you are quieting your mind, what's going on over here becomes dominant. You stop the tug of war that is keeping you from what's over there. We know that it's easier to teach you to have no thought than it is to teach you to have a positive thought when you've been trending negatively on something for a while. We also know that it is perfectly normal and natural. You'd almost be weird if you were other than that, to be experiencing something really not wanted and not feel bad about it. Really. In other words, when you're living something that you don't want, you're gonna feel bad about it. And sometimes so bad about it that you can't even catch a little piece of the tail of feeling better about it. And so those like us that are sort of beating the drum of you gotta stop complaining and you gotta find better feeling thoughts, it's like blah, 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 because easy to say, not so easy to do. So we teach meditation in this way. If you can find something that is interesting to focus upon your breathing, focus on the ticking of a clock. Esther plays an app on her phone that's an air conditioning that has some funny little noises in it that she listens for. Doesn't matter what it is, something that is not so interesting that it makes your mind wander all over the place, but is interesting enough that you can focus your mind. And it may not come instantaneously, but as you focus your mind on something uninteresting, but you're focused, but it's not interesting, but you're focused, and it's not something you're worried about, but you're focused, and it's not something you really care about, but you're focused, and it's not something that's gone wrong, but you're focused, and it's not something that you need, but you're focused. So you're just focused in this sort of neutral place. What happens is, if you can manage that for as little as 68 seconds, and sometimes Esther starts over 3 or 4 times in meditation. Sometimes she's 5 minutes in before she's even able to quiet her mind. Sometimes 10. It depends on what's going on in her world. But as you quiet your mind, your vibration rises. And when your vibration rises, you close this gap. Now, once you close that gap, that's when people get visions. It's when movies come into their mind. That's when their creative work starts flowing. And that's a lot of what you're hearing. But that is not the reason that we teach meditation. We would rather see you in appreciation than in meditation, because in appreciation, there's no resistance either. But sometimes you have to be strong in your focus in order to quiet your mind. But we know that when you are able to quiet your mind and you show yourself that just once, then you know you can do it again and again and again and again. And what happens is it changes your vibrational trending, which changes your point of attraction, which changes what starts showing up in your experience, which then changes your expectation. But we don't want you to need it to be manifested in order to change your expectation, because that's what conditional living is. Can you see sort of the cycle that we're in? It's wonderful when things start going good, and then you can just watch the good things that are coming and then just perpetuate more and more and more of them. That's wonderful. We want that to always be the case. But we want you to not need things to be good in order for you to not have resistance. And that's what the point of meditation is. It shows you that you can stop resistance no matter what's going on in your life experience. The now reality, if it has your attention, cannot change. The law of attraction will not let your now reality change if it has your undivided attention. So you got to find some way for it to not have your attention, for what's in the vortex to have your attention. And what's in the vortex is a t-shirt. What's in the vortex is feeling good. What's in the vortex is everything that so far you've figured out that you want. And so just take it easy. Just take it easy. Be nicer to yourself. Compare yourself to others, not at all. Is this a little better or a little worse? Was this conversation helpful to you? Do you feel a little clearer? Do you feel a little better or a little worse or about the same? Better. Now, we sort of went on and on and on with it. We did get carried away. This is what you're all trying to figure out. Calibration is what deliberate creation is. Calibration is how you accomplish your fortunes. It's how you find your lovers. It's how you bring your body into alignment and keep it there as long as you want to be in your body. It's how you make the world a better place, although that's not the dominant intention that we're wanting you to focus on, because you get all wacky about that and then you get involved in how people are responding to you. And when you start getting involved with how people are responding to you, then it gets more difficult to you. Got to care about how you feel, period, and do something about it. There you go. Enough?
Thank you.
This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.